So today is one day out from the Mayhem. I just finished up a training session with the 3DMJ crew. Actually got some photos of that if I can pull them up on my phone. So it's pretty cool. Got to meet Alberto Nunez, Eric Helms, took some photos, videos of the guys training. I did my polygraph this morning, which was like at the lie detector test. So they hook you up with like a sweat gland thing on your finger, blood pressure and some things in your chest, and actually is really nerve-wracking. Probably one of the most nerve-wracking things I've done, because even though I don't plan to lie, and I didn't lie, it's just because it's so subjective. I feel that if they decided that I wasn't truthful, or thought that I wasn't truthful, even though I was being truthful, that they can just say that you can't compete. And I've traveled so far to get here to compete, so that would be a nightmare. But yeah, I was a bit worried about that, but they said that that's normal, so that's fine. And I mean, people can cheat the lie detector tests, but I don't see the point in natural bodybuilding, because unlike the Olympics, where you don't have like an option to compete tested and untested, everyone's just in the same playing field. With bodybuilding, you have the option to do untested shows, so why would you want to compete in natural bodybuilding if you're not natural? It's like a man competing against kids in sports or something like that, so I just don't see why anybody would want to do it. There's also more notoriety in untested bodybuilding, so if you want fame, or you want better competition, so to speak, or bigger people, potentially leaner, then you want to do I don't see why you wouldn't just do the open class and try and cheat in tested shows. I think somebody actually failed yesterday, the polygraph test. So I did a polygraph test this morning. I'm in Sacramento, by the way. Got this kind of Airbnb kind of thing, like with a kitchen. I need a kitchen to cook for the last 2 days, so arrived last night, traveled up all the way from LA, not yesterday, but over the last few days. And just gonna relax. I gotta do some tanning and shaving, which is the most masculine thing that makes you feel like a true athlete, when you start shaving your legs and stuff. So I gotta do that so the tan sticks properly, and I gotta exfoliate my skin and stuff, and then I'm gonna go tan at 4:30 and just rest up. So carbs are like 400 grams today. They were like pretty low throughout the week, but now for the last few days I've been carbing up, eating 400 grams of carbs, so that's pretty nice. No special foods or anything like that, just foods that digest well, not too much fiber, not too much dairy, because that can give me gas a little bit, and also can blur the lines, or so to speak, make me hold a little bit of water. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's at now. Just gonna go back to the hotel where I did the polygraph, get tanned up, and then rest up this evening, and show day tomorrow. These are some of the foods that I'm eating for peak week, or refeed days, I suppose. Like just easily digestible carbs. A lot of these, I really like these they're maple oats kind of thing. I ate 4 of these for breakfast, Rice Krispie treats. Just basically easy digesting, low fiber carbs. Some other kind of snack cereal bars. Some bread, basically. I'm just cooking up, well, Priscilla cooked up this and some vegetables. Not gonna eat too much vegetables because I don't want too much fiber and my stomach being bloated. That would be bad, because I want to look lean and tight on stage. Some Greek yogurts, drinking pretty much only this, no particular reason, it's just low calories. I like the taste of it, has a little bit of sodium. Lean beef, some fruits, and I'm gonna actually have a slice of fat-free cheese as well. So no magic foods really, just getting in easy digesting carbs, normal kind of protein sources, some whey protein, which I always travel with. Got some supplies for tomorrow, like peanut butter and jellies and stuff like that. But other than that, everything else is pretty much just normal. I also bought some loose clothes in Walmart, just because the tan is gonna mess up my clothes, and I'm gonna have to probably bin these afterwards. And I'm going to exfoliate and shave after I eat. So basically getting rid of dead skin and getting rid of hair, and then tanning up and becoming a Oompa Loompa. Cheap coffee isn't just for drinking. You can make a great exfoliator from it. What are we using? Cheap kind of body wash stuff and really cheap shitty instant coffee, and this is a good exfoliator. You can use it on your face as well. No?
Yeah.
You can use it on your face and you have a nice scented coffee smell afterwards. Tan is all done. Got tanned up earlier, preparing some meals for tomorrow. Got a peak week plan, which is on my phone here. So basically what it is, I've got like meal by meal of what I have. So I'm competing like at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna have my first meal at 5 a.m, then 8:30 a.m, then 12. And it's gonna be pretty much 10 fats, 50 carbs, 40 protein per meal. And then like 15 minutes before I work out, I'll have 2 grams of salt, sodium, which is like a half a tablespoon or teaspoon, and then some carbohydrates from sugar, like candy. And that's just to get a quick pump and just before I warm up or start pumping up. So the salt is something that increases your blood pressure. So when you have a lot of salt, it increases your blood pressure, increase your vascularity, and just make you look more veiny. So that's the reason behind the salt. I'm also getting in, like I drank like 8 of these a day. This is actually not Gatorade Zero. I put some Crystal Light in there. But cutting water actually makes you hold water. So drinking more water will help my body flush out more water through homeostasis. So I'll drink more, my body will flush out more. So I'll see how I'm looking in the morning, and we need that extra water to carb up and to fill my muscles out. And in the morning, if I'm looking flat, we'll probably increase carbs a little bit, and if I'm looking spilled over or too watery, probably decrease carbs a little bit. But essentially what I'm gonna do is just have the same kind of standard meals that I've been having before. I'm not gonna try any new foods, especially on show day. So I'm just having some rice, making some lean beef. I actually need to buy more of that. And I'll probably just have some oats for breakfast. And my supplies for tomorrow are, I look forward to having these. This is just before the stage, or if I need some extra fats or carbs. So honey, I'll probably use that as like the extra 20-30 grams before I just get on stage. Or else if I don't want honey, I will have some of these, which are just peach rings. Peanut butter for extra fat. And I've also got Reese's peanut butter cups. So they're a good combination of fats and carbs and salt as well. So I'll probably have a couple of those before stage. So I'm doing pre-judging and then also evening show. So like if I have like 2 or 3 of those, it will be around 30 grams of carbs and like 10 grams of fat. So it's pretty good to take pre-workout or pre-pump up. And with the extra sodium, that will help with kind of the pump as well. Plus it tastes nice. So that's pretty much it for what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna have like meal 1, probably be pancakes, just regular pancakes, make them here, or oats, nothing out of the ordinary. Probably won't have any dairy or any eggs, just because sometimes they give me gas and that could potentially make me hold some water. And then meal 2, I'll probably just have some rice, no vegetables, with some beef. I don't want any fiber to kind of distend my stomach or cause any digestive issues or anything like that may cause some sort of blurriness in my abs. Do the same for the next meal, and then for the pre-pump up meals, I'll have either the honey or rice cakes or the Reese's, just whatever I have on hand or however I'm looking. Just making sure that I have different things there in my arsenal in case I need to need to use them. So pretty much it. I mean, water's gonna be pretty normal. It's pretty high today. I'm not like water loading, but I'm just drinking normally. Tomorrow I'm gonna drink normally, but not drink too much. People try and cut water. It actually has the opposite effect. It makes you hold more water because you release aldosterone. It's like a hormone in the body to fight off, I suppose, what's the word for when you have no water? I can't even remember. But when you don't have enough water, thirst, I think that's the word, dying of thirst. But yeah, so not cutting water tomorrow, just gonna drink water kind of normally but not overdo it, and everything else is just pretty much the same. The thing with peak week is just not to fuck it up. So I'm looking pretty good with the tan. I'm happy with how I feel. Maybe a little bit watery right now, but I'll wake up in the morning and hopefully I feel better or look better. So that's pretty much it, and I will chat to you on show day tomorrow.